This video is brought to you by CASETiFY. I really like the idea of a clear case, letting you protect your phone while still showing its design. However, the issue with most clear cases is that, well, they really aren't that clear, often over time yellowing or losing their color in just a matter of weeks or months. And well, this to me defeats the purpose of even using a clear case to begin with. So when CASETiFY reached out with their new clear cases, which they claim will actually stay clear, you know I had to check it out. To test this case, I'm going to put it through a 14-day challenge, taking you through my day-to-day use of the case, as well as doing some drop tests, stain tests, and comparisons to Apple's clear case. All to see whether this is the ultimate clear case. If during this video you decide you want to give this case a try, be sure to go to casetify.com/Dion Schuddeboom today to get 15% off. Alright, so let's get started with the unboxing. Here we have very nice presentation, and on the top we also have CASETiFY's 9H anti-blue light screen protector. Now if you've watched my videos, you will know that I consider a screen protector to be absolutely essential, and this one here is especially great because it has a 9H rating, meaning it will be very difficult to scratch, and also blocks blue light, which can result to better sleep and less headaches. And here we have the stars of the show. These, of course, are the two clear cases from CASETiFY. So one of them is actually customized with my name. And right away, this is one of the features I really liked about this case. There are so many customization options available online. You can put your name, your initials, different fonts, and you can really make the case your own. Now, when holding the cases in the hand, I can tell you that not all plastics are made the same. And right away, these cases feel dense, and you get a real sense of quality. And this should also help it retain its clarity over time. So for this first test, I went out to do some outdoor photography. Now, particularly when outdoors, it is especially great to have the raised edges that are by the screen, as well as the camera unit of this case, and this gives you extra surface protection. Here, the bright light really highlights the best reason to use a clear case, and that is that it lets your phone's design and color shine through. I also think the touch of personalization looks especially great. But today, I want to test whether these cases truly stay clear. Now, how are we going to do this? Well, I thought of some coffee. Now, I love drinking coffee, but I love it even more to test the clarity of cases. Now, to put some comparison into this, I'm going to take the CASETiFY case and also compare it to Apple's clear case to see which holds up better. So what I'm going to do is I have two jars here. I'm going to put each case in a jar. And then we're going to add some coffee. Now, I always forget the ratio from how many teaspoons to cases, but let's go ahead and put in, let's say 2, 4, okay. And now we're going to add some water to brew our delicious coffee. I must say, the studio has never smelt so good. So what I'm gonna do is go right up to the edge, make sure the cases here are fully submerged. There we go, there's one. In fact, you can barely even see it. And then here's two. There we go. All right, so we now have two very big cups of coffee and also two cases submerged inside. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave these for 10 full hours. Just going to leave them overnight. And then tomorrow, we're going to drain this, maybe drink it. No, I won't drink it. And see how the two cases compare. Alright guys, we are back now 10 hours later. Let's take the cases out of the coffee and see how they look. So starting off here on the right, I believe this was the Apple case, if I'm not mistaken. So I got my special tool here and we can go ahead and lift the case out. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to place it in this little bucket here of just some clear water to get the worst of the coffee off. And then we can take them out and compare them more clearly here. And then here we have the CASETiFY case. Go and do the same here. Just put that in. Let's take a look. First of all, we have the Apple case here. So I'm going to go ahead here, dry this off a little bit. All right, so here we go. This is the Apple case. So I'll put that down. And definitely already see some discoloration on that one for sure. And then here we have the CASETiFY case. So I'll give it the same treatment here. Okay, so already I definitely see quite a big difference. Have a look, guys. So I hope you can pick this up on this frame. I think you can, as in person, this is quite a clear difference, where the CASETiFY case, it is still clear, and the Apple case definitely has an orange, brownish tinge to it. It's a little bit like having sunglasses on versus a clear pair of glasses. Now, this is of course really good, as I think this test will demonstrate that this case will not discolor over time. Now, the coffee test is one thing, but if you've watched this channel, you know I like to take it that one step further. So not only are we going to do a coffee test, which we've just done, we are also going to do a wine test. So we're going to fill up both of these jars here with red wine and leave it for the same 10 hours to see not only how bad the Apple case will look after that, but also to see if once again the CASETiFY case can remain clear. And number 2. Great tip, by the way, if you're ever low on wine, you can double the quantity by just adding some water. There we go, that should be good. So we have a pretty disgusting 2 liquids here. We have some coffee, wine, and of course some water to top it all off. You guys know the drill. I'm going to drop in both cases. So here's the CASETiFY case, drop that in, and then we're gonna take the Apple case and do the same thing. Now I'm gonna leave these for the next 10 hours, may even be a little bit more, then we're gonna check back and see how they look. All right, guys, we are back. I said I would leave them in for 10 hours, but it's actually been closer to 14 hours. So I'm very curious to see how these two have held up. I'm gonna kind of fish for it. It's very dark here in the wine. There it is. I have caught one and bring it up and all right, definitely has that pink, brown, very gross kind of a hue. So anyway, like before, I'm gonna pour it into the clear water here just to get the worst of the wine off. And then let's grab out the CASETiFY case, which, okay, already, I can see a huge difference already, and that's before even pouring it in the water. So let's go ahead and take them out and put it in. And I can already tell you the difference is very, very big. Check this out. So if I go and hold them up here, you can see that Apple's case looks even worse than it did before. It looks kind of like it's 3 years old. It ages them very quickly, the wine. And it's more brown. It's got this red, darkish hue to it. The point is, it really is no longer clear, where the CASETiFY case, well, you can see it for yourself side by side. It is still super, super clear. And I think especially if I hold it up against something white here, you really see that difference. So check out with the paper towel in the background here, just how different these two look. And I think this really goes to show how well the CASETiFY case retains its color, despite literally swimming in coffee and wine for a combined, well, let's say definitely over 24 hours combined. So on the off chance that you plan to drop your case in these solutions for so many hours, the CASETiFY case will be fine. No, but this is really meant to represent that, of course, the clarity of the CASETiFY case will hold up, as opposed to even Apple's case, which, to be fair, is actually one of the better clear cases. So you can imagine how the lower end clear cases, how bad those would look, to see that the Apple one is already this much affected just from the coffee and the wine. Now, another reason that, of course, it is really great to see the CASETiFY case hold up so well means that the case will last longer, right? And this gives you better value out of the product, meaning you won't have to replace it by the time it starts to discolor. So this makes it a better investment, which is better for your wallet, and of course also much better for the environment. As a content creator, I often film videos or clips using my iPhone, and here it is crucial to have buttons that are easily accessible, and the buttons here on the clear case move separately from the case, which is especially great, making them very tactile and easy to press. The case also feels comfortable in my hand, and this allows for good grip, which is especially important when I use my phone to film, in which I treat it like a tool, and as such, it is reassuring to know that the CASETiFY case also offers 6.6 foot military grade drop protection, to know that in the event of a drop, I am protected. Or am I? Now, this is the part of the video I'm a little bit nervous about. Let's do some drop tests. Now, the CASETiFY clear case comes with 6.6 foot or 2 meter military grade drop protection, and today we're going to put that to the test. I've come up with 3 drop tests, and the first is a weight height drop, where the phone will sort of slip out of my hand as I take it out of my pocket, and it falls here onto the stone floor. Thankfully though, it passed this test with flying colors. There were absolutely no signs of damage anywhere on the case, and most importantly, there was also none on the phone. Now for this next test, I slide it off the table with my hand. I must admit this is more painful to do than what it may look, but all in the name of testing the durability of this case. And here too, the case held up just fine. And then finally, this test I really was quite nervous about, and this is the one where I drop it from head height. So let's say you are mid-call, you trip and your phone slips out of your hand and falls right onto the stone floor. But here too, thankfully the phone, most importantly, and also the case have held up really, really well. So after these drop tests, I am really impressed by how well the case has held up. Most importantly, of course, the phone is completely fine, no damage whatsoever, and the same thing can be said for this case. So I think I can drop this plenty more times and not have to worry. But anyway, after a long and tiring day of dropping phones, it is harder than it looks, believe me. I love to sit back and play some games and relax. And here I use the ClearCase's MagSafe Compatibility, allowing me to easily use my existing MagSafe charger whilst I use my phone. I like to see that CASETiFY have even considered the smaller things like MagSafe when designing this case. Of course, this allows you not just to use your MagSafe charger, but also your MagSafe wallet accessories. So after using the CASETiFY Clear Case for the past 14 days, the question is this the ultimate clear case? Well, let's take a look. After going through some admittedly extreme tests, I think the case has held up really well. The fit and finish, even after all of the drop tests that it went through, has held up super well, with again, no damage to the phone and also no damage to the case. And this makes it a really good case to use every day, as you can go around with the confidence knowing that your phone is protected. And then most impressive to me is how well the CASETiFY case held up in the coffee and red wine stain test, as it manages to retain its clarity, something that most clear cases fail to do, and we saw that even Apple's clear case looked pretty bad after these tests. And then even after all of these tests, the buttons on the case are still fully functional and retain that tactile click that I find really important in a case. And of course, the MagSafe functionality is fully retained as well. Overall, this case has passed all of the tests with flying colors, and that to me makes this the ultimate clear case that is out right now. And I especially love the touch of customization you can get on your case as well. To get your clear case, be sure to go to casetify.com/Dion Schuddeboom today to get 15% off. Thank you so much for watching my review and thorough tests of the CASETiFY Clear Case. Let me know if you have any questions at all, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.